So this is the week 2 notes that we worked on in class together. I just wanted to give you a reference. And we first looked at things that were measured in cups. So we had a cup of coffee, 2 cups of chicken broth, and a quarter a cup of milk. So the things that are measured in cups, we have 1 plus 2 plus 1/4. So we can write that as 3.25 so that we have a nice decimal to work with. And that's going to be in cups. And then we need to convert that to ounces so we can combine it with the other ounce measurements. So in 1 cup, there are 8 fluid ounces, if that helps you distinguish between fluid ounces and weight ounces. So that's going to be 26 ounces. And I'm making sure to make a big space between my numbers and my ounces because that O can sure look like a 0 way too easily. So then I have my measurements that are in ounces. And I have 10 for apple juice, plus 4 from medication, plus the 26 from above. So that's going to give me 40 ounces. And then I need to convert my 40 ounces into milliliters. And I know that there are 30 milliliters in 1 fluid ounce. So that's going to give me 1,200 milliliters. And then I have an additional 600 milliliters of water. So that's going to give me a total of 1,800 milliliters on the intake. And then the output, we simply add all those numbers together. And that's going to give us 2225. That's the easy side. Then make sure and look that your numbers are in the same ballpark. That would be good. Okay, then the second one, we need to take care of a couple of odd things. Here we have a half a pint of milk, so we need to know that that equals 1 cup. And then we have an IV bag with 225 milliliters left out of the 1,000. So let me do that as a separate problem down here and say if I had 1,000 in it and I used up some and I had 225 left, the way I'm going to find out how much was left is by doing a subtraction, and I get 775 milliliters that have been taken in. So let's do the cups first, and we're going to have 2 cups of fruit juice, plus the 1 cup of milk, plus the 1 cup of vegetable broth. So that's going to be 4 cups. So let's convert our 4 cups into milliliters, and we can do that by converting to ounces first, and then from ounces to milliliters. So that's going to give us 960 milliliters. And then we have an additional 450 milliliters of water and the 775 milliliters that were used from the IV bag. So I have 960 plus the 450 plus the 775. That gives me 2185 milliliters of intake. And then the output again, we just add up and we'll get 2170 milliliters. Very close together, that's good. Okay, so number 1, suppose you need 1,250 milligrams, but you only have 500 milligram tablets. Then you would take your 1,250 milligrams and say there are 500 milligrams in each 1 tablet. And for me, using conversion factors shows me whether I need to multiply or divide. I can see here I'd need to divide and get 2.5 tablets. And then the second example says I need 165 milligrams of a medication, and what I have available has 55 milligrams in 1.1 milliliter of liquid. So again, I write the conversion factor, if you like, or the rate or the amount in the right way so that the milligrams cancel. And then I multiply numbers that are on the top and divide numbers that are on the bottom. And so I'm going to get 3.3 milliliters. And then that's rounded appropriately already. Okay, so then the next one says I need 0.3 milligrams, but I can see I'm going to be comparing with micrograms. So let me convert. Each milligram has 1,000 micrograms. So now I'm in micrograms. And what I have has 1,000 micrograms in 2 milliliters. So my micrograms are going to cancel, my milligrams are going to cancel, and I'm going to get 0.6 milliliters. And don't forget to put your leading zero. Okay, number 2. I have 10 milliequivalents, and what I have available has 25 milliequivalents in 10 milliliters. So I put my conversion factor the way that I get the cancellation, and I'm going to get 4 milliliters. And remembering our rules, we don't put any trailing zero there. Okay, then number 3, I need 35 milligrams. And what I have available has 45 milligrams in 1.2 milliliters. So I'm going to put the conversion factor the way that I get the words to cancel and end up with what I want. And so I don't get a number that rounds nicely. I get a lot of 3s in my calculator screen. So I need to round. It's a number smaller than 1 milliliter. So I round to the nearest hundredth or 2 decimal places. So 0.93 milliliters we'll be rounding to. Okay, and then number 4, let me put it over here so you can see it at the same time as the problem. 700 milligrams. And then I have 1,000 milligrams is going to go in the bottom, so I get the cancel to happen that I want. And the 2.3 is going to be in the top. And my result here is 1.61 milliliters, but this is greater than 1 milliliter, so you need to round to the nearest tenth of a milliliter for a final answer of 1.6 milliliters. And then number 5, we have 35 milligrams, and our tablets each have 10 milligrams, so put your conversion factor the way that you get the words to cancel, and you're going to get 3.5 tablets. So let me know if you have any questions.